Well, good Sunday, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Wanted to get on do a quick update video. Looks like this coming work week, we're going to have really nice weather across a large portion of the U.S., especially the central and southern U.S. A pretty big warm up, probably temperatures in the 60s and maybe even up to close to 70. But it does look like we do have the chance that we may have a trough and more significant system coming through somewhere late work week or into this next weekend. And we could see a little bit of a two-sided threat. We could see the chance of some severe weather in the southern U.S., as well as a winter storm system kind of on the backside of that. So I want to jump in, look at a couple of the different kind of disagreements that models are showing right now and exactly what and where that threat might be. So this is just kind of our simulated radar reflectivity here across the United States. And I think what's a little bit interesting to see here is if we look at let me kind of stop this scrolling. Let's look at about next weekend. So this would be, let's see, this is about late morning on Saturday. So that would be February 3rd for us. And we can see that there would be a lot of rain and some storms here across much of Texas. So that's mainly the system that we're going to be looking at here. Now, this is just one model, and there is a lot of disagreement between the various models when we look at what that might actually look like. And so if we look at, this would be Friday or kind of Saturday mid-afternoon. So significant rainfall, certainly some embedded stronger storms possible. But a couple things that are helpful to look at when we're this far out is we look at what we call an ensemble. So that means it's multiple different model runs that look at the variables a little bit differently and kind of come out with that average or that mean result. So this is the GFS or the GEFS. So this is an ensemble model that looks at a combination of lots of different outputs to see kind of what is that average. And so this would be our kind of jet stream level winds. And what you can see here is we do have this big trough digging down across even like northern Mexico here. We've got some of this darker red, that's our better flow, those stronger winds. But it's pretty far south down here, almost across the Gulf of Mexico and northern Mexico, with a little bit of a surface low here across maybe West Texas, somewhere around there. Now, this is that average result that we can see here from this particular model run here this morning. And so again, this is the average of a lot of different results. This would tend to be less of a weather maker or a severe event because it looks like most of the flow and moisture would likely be off in the Gulf of Mexico, not in Texas or Louisiana or the South here. So if this average result were to play out, probably less of a severe weather side of things this next weekend. But what is interesting to look at a little bit is if we look at, let me remove this, if we look at just one of the single model runs, and we look at the different results of the different models on the outputs over the last couple days, kind of pay attention to this area here where the stronger flow is and see the location of where that's setting up. So if I move forward in time here, this is looking at every 6 hours where this model is showing that trough and strongest flow would be over the last couple days. So we can see here it's really basically off the western seaboard, not even really in the south. Now we've got it moving over the desert southwest, the strongest flow kind of right around here. We scroll forward. Now it's further south here across northern Mexico and maybe into southwest Texas. Now we move forward in time, kind of in the same area. Move forward, now it's further north. We have our surface low up here almost into southeastern Colorado, that strongest flow across the panhandle in western or eastern New Mexico. Next model run, now it's much further south here across northern Mexico and maybe southwest Texas. Next one, now it's even further south down here across northern Mexico, not even really impacting Texas at all. Next one, kind of same area. Again, not much of a change there. Next one, almost even further south here across northern Mexico. Now, next one. Oops, skipped a beat there. Kind of same position, maybe slightly more north, and now same position down to the south. So this is a little bit of a messy illustration, but this just shows that over the last 3 days, since we're still a week out, there's a lot of disagreement even within this model suite on exactly where this trough or system might end up. And so that's why there's not any certainty or high predictability on where exactly this might be, or if there might even be a severe weather event at all next weekend. Now, it is worth noting a little bit if we look at our European model here, this does, again, this is not an ensemble, this is just one single model output. But this does look at kind of midday, around mid-afternoon Saturday, so February 3rd next week. This would be an event where we probably would see some severe weather. We've got our better moisture here, really across east and southeast Texas, maybe all the way up to the Dallas Fort Worth area here. And so because we have that moisture, a little bit better moisture out here off the Gulf of Mexico and then starting to come inland here across the southeast Texas coast, this environment would probably see a severe weather event. Again, the model is showing that that surface low would probably be a little bit further up to the northwest rather than further south where that GFS model was showing it in a lot of those cases. And so again, it's just a matter of once we get a little bit closer, there will be more certainty. But right now, it's these models are all over the place. So could we see a severe weather event? Absolutely. I think that's well within the realm of possibility. And when we kind of look at, again, what that would look like, the European model is showing certainly storms here from really Dallas, Fort Worth down to Houston, really much of East Texas. Could be some severe weather there. And again, that's what that GFS model was showing as well. When we kind of look at this, certainly there could be some severe weather in this arc of showers here from really North Texas all the way to Southeast Texas as well. But still, just so much variability in the results and the dynamics. And really, every single time, every couple hours when these models come out, it shows a very different situation. So I thought it was worth watching just to kind of dig into those differences, what that looks like now. Obviously, as we go forward in time over the next couple days, we'll probably start to iron out some of these differences. We might start to see the models coming together into kind of one singular event and likelihood of where things will line up. And then we can have more certainty to know, is this a non-event, or could we see some severe weather events maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that type of a time frame. So again, hope this video was helpful, just kind of an early preview of a possible severe weather event towards next weekend. And again, hope that everybody has a good rest of your weekend and enjoy this nice weather this week. And I'll see you back here for the next video.